born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the hometown of the Steelers. And growing up, it was really, I had a really good childhood, I would say, for the most part. You know, I was raised in a home with my parents and my brother and my sister, and I am the baby. And if we did have difficulties, and they were in and out, our parents pretty much hid them as best as they could. We went to church almost, it felt like 7 days a week. My mother in the choir, my father a deacon. And as we grew up and got to a certain of age, and my brother and my sister hit high school, my parents went through some difficulties, and we kind of not went our separate ways, but kind of like drifted. And I was here with my mom, my brother was with my dad. We were pretty much back and forth, but we always rekindled and came back together strong as a family. By the time I was 14, 15 years old, some of the things that I did to take my mind away from everything, even when I had my shutdowns, you know, I had to go to therapy, and my mother put me in counseling and different things like that. So my 9th grade year, I took a class called theater arts. I stayed in the arts, and I was battling between show choir and theater arts. Which one do I want to do more? Which one am I more passionate about? So I did both. And I did make it through my theater arts class, so I moved on next year to theater arts too. I did become a teenage mom, and it did kind of put me on, it delayed things a little bit. It didn't cancel the assignment, pushed me back, but I never drifted completely off from it. So in middle school, a lot of my friends and different people used to say, "You remind me of That's So Raven." And if you're not sure exactly what That's So Raven is, she was a teenage girl in high school, middle school like me. She was a psychic. She could see the future. She was very dramatic. You know, she always coordinated. She was goofy and wore different color clothes and matched her lipstick and put flowers in her hair, just like I did when I was that age. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I kind of do. So Raven Simone actually kind of inspired me at that age. So I knew then, you know what? Maybe I'm kind of good at this thing. Maybe, you know, I can actually role play and do different things. I was already in drama, and I'm dramatic, so why not? So at that point, I knew I wanted to be an actress, and I wanted to take it seriously. In the home, or my aunts and my family, they used to get annoyed with me because I used to prank and role play a little too much. And I would be so in character that they actually believed me. So I figure if you believe me, then I might be just as good at this thing. So that really inspired me. It inspired me to be an actress, and I kept going from there. And those classes let me know that if I could do it then, imagine what I could do when I'm an adult. So I, you know, stayed strong in it, and I became more passionate about it. And my dad used to do the same thing. He role played and did a lot of pranking a lot. And, you know, I took what the negative things may have been when people told me you're playing too much, or you're too in character sometimes, and I turned it into a positive. I realized, you know what? The fact that I made you believe me is more than enough. And here I am now, 28 years old, living in Florida, and I am so thankful to God that He was able to use some of my negatives and turn it into the good. And I am ready to show the world what I have. My name is Daylise Battle, and this is my story.